Am I supposed to do the entire like the slow-mo beauty vlogger thing where I'm just like looking around and pretending that I'm not posing so that you'll see how nice my makeup is, or like, am I doing this right? Am I can I just like talk and hope that you guys can see what it looks like with the different angles of me moving? I feel like I just buried myself in a deep hole there. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rian, and today I'm gonna do a makeup tutorial. One makeup look that I'm almost sure that I've got down because I do it so often is my makeup look for VTRs, auditions, and shoots. Now for this look, you kind of want to look natural, but you also want your face to look better, look enhanced for the camera. Because the camera has a tendency of making your face look flat, especially if you have bright lights shining at you. So it's kind of like the natural look, but an enhanced for film version. So the first thing I do is I put on my foundation, which is this. This is what I use for shoots, for auditions, for VTRs. I put a bit of it on my hand because it's so much easier to control how much you put if you put it on your hand first, or some kind of palette. Where's my mirror? How do I open my mirror? Then I just dot it around my face, and I put more product in the areas that I feel like need more help. You have to be really quick with this foundation though, because it dries matte and powdery. So if you don't work quickly, it has a tendency of looking cakey on your face. Then I use a brush that is dense, and I don't know what you call it, it's like a spoon paddle, a paddle brush, and then I just rub it in my face like so. If I'm shaking, it's because my bed is like really soft and not stable. So you see it. I just quickly spread that around my face and rub it in. It's important to take time with your foundation and really rub it in and make sure that it's not cakey, because it's your base, and if you fail at putting on your base, you could jeopardize the rest of your makeup routine. Next, we use concealer because you need to conceal your flaws in order not to feel them during your audition or when you're filming. See what I did there? I use a stick concealer, and then I just use my fingers. I warm it up here by rubbing it in. I feel like it blends better when you warm it with your own skin and apply it with your own fingers. There's more brightening happening. So I just do this. And I still try to do the triangular motion that everyone talks about, because I do feel like it does brighten the under eyes better. I just zoomed you guys a little so that you can see it better, so I don't have to do this for you to see what's going on. After concealing my under eyes, I also conceal my blemishes wherever I have them, like here and here. Okay, so I just have 2 today. That's good. That's an improvement from yesterday when I had like 5. I just cover it just a little bit, not too much, because I know that when I put powder over it, it'll do the trick too. Okay, as soon as concealing is done, I set the parts that I've concealed with powder, just because if I don't, it could get cakey, it could blend into my fine lines, and I don't want any of that to happen. If I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm starting to use the what do you call that, the monitor of my camera as a mirror, because if I do this, I feel like I'm kind of covering, and if it's close enough for me to see, then I'll just use that. We finally get into my favorite part, which is eyes. I prime my eyelids first, because if I'm gonna do a 24-hour shoot, or if I'm doing an audition which is in a warm place, I want my eyeshadow to stay put Also, priming my eyelids makes blending so much easier, and you'll really get the result that you want, the kind of eye look that you want. You won't have trouble with the eyeshadow. Just as I mentioned a while ago, this will be a natural look, so it's mostly contouring that's gonna happen with your eyeshadow. So all I do is I get a matte shade. I'm using this Limit. Oh, is this working? Is this working? No. Goodness. I'm using this one, Limit from Naked 3 palette of Urban Decay, and I'm just going to trace the crease of my eyelid like so. And I'm using a brush from Etude House, which is so good because it's fluffy and soft and it does blending really well. It's perfect for everyday looks and for crease work. I hope that you can see like the subtle difference that I'm doing here. And then when you find like you're kind of satisfied with how shadowed it is, you can go for a deeper color just to contour your eyes a little more. So I'm gonna use Nooner here. I realized that I haven't been telling you guys what products I've been using, so I'm just gonna leave those in the description box below if you guys want to know exactly what products I've been using on my face. But I'll really try to mention them. It's just that I get carried away with all the talking and all the chatting that I forget. I'm only human, guys, and I'm also doing my makeup, so I'm kind of focused on like making sure this goes right for you guys so that you think that I'm credible and you won't unsubscribe because I put my makeup on terribly, you know. What's important for VTRs and auditions and whenever you're going to film, it's important that you use matte shades because you don't want the lights to you don't want your eyeshadow to reflect the light that goes into your face. It looks unnatural. So yeah, this is what I have going now, and I'll go back with Limit just to deepen the top just a little bit more to match the corners of my eyes. So you can just adjust or deepen it slowly. And there we go. That's it. After eyeshadow, we go into eyeliner. This is gonna be tricky. I think I might just leave you guys there for a bit and come back with my eyeliner done. My eyeliner's done and I will talk to you while I'm doing my mascara. I am not an expert at liquid eyeliner, so I didn't think that I could talk while I was applying it. I really needed to concentrate. I think that black liquid eyeliner is best for auditions and filmings and VTRs because you want it to be black so that your eyes are bold enough to express or convey emotions to the camera properly, and also you want it liquid so it won't run when you get sweaty and things like that, which is highly possible when, you know, there are bright lights shining at your face. So for mascara, I do this. Just kidding. I am removing the excess. Can you see that? Can you see that? Yep, because you don't want your eyelashes to get clumpy on camera. And then I go from the bottom and I go up in like really short strokes. And then I do the zigzag thing that everyone talks about. I don't know like if my style is something that you should follow, but it seems to work for me. Looking down instead of doing this, for me really helps curl it without using a curler. So yeah, this one eye in comparison to the other eye, and I think that you can really see like a difference. Now that my lashes are done, I am gonna let you guys into a little secret that I do right after putting my mascara. I get powder like this, like setting powder, and then I dip my brush into it and then I do this. This really helps it not run. That's one thing, and it makes it look longer and curlier. I forgot where I got this tip. I don't know if it was a YouTuber or like in a movie or a makeup artist taught me about it, but this has been my lifesaver for a long while. So yeah, my eyes are almost done. I know eyes take forever, but eyes are really important, especially in acting, because they are the windows to one's soul, and it's your soul that you're bearing out there as an actor, and the one who gets in is the one who can bear their soul the best. Therefore, the better eye makeup you have, the better you'll do, or at least, you know. I brush my eyebrows out just to get the shape, the proper shape, and then I line them with a pencil. I still don't know how to use other kind of eyebrow products. What are the other kinds? Gel, mascara, powder. Nope, it's all pencil for me over here. So what I do is that I line the bottom over here, and then I line the top over here. Then I just fill it in at the edge. And when that's done, I use the sponge tip. I use it to blend. Oh god, I blend it. Yes, apparently this product, it's Maybelline, and it has powder in the sponge. I don't know how the sponge always has powder because I don't dip it in powder or whatever, but it works. Focus. Why are you doing this to me, camera? Now I'm gonna do the other side. Just do the exact same thing. I just line the bottom and follow the natural curve of my eyebrows. Then I line the top, and again follow the natural shape, and then I just fill it in. Once I'm happy with how filled in it looks, I use the sponge tip applicator to apply powder, which comes from I don't know where. And then I look at my eyebrows and I see if they're the same shape. If not, I adjust some things, and when I'm happy, I let them go, and I hope that no one notices that they're not like exactly the same. And now the really quick part begins. So we have contour over here, or this is actually just bronzer. This isn't contour, it's just bronzer. And then I apply it to, y'all know how contour works, right? So I just apply it here to the what do you call these? Right below the apples of my cheeks. I'm not very neat about this. It's just a really messy job. I just want to make sure that my cheeks have shadows where they're supposed to be, because I don't want to look too round on camera. I want to shape my face, but then I don't also want to look like I'm trying too hard. You don't want to look like you're trying too hard, or else people might not trust your VTR or your audition. And then go under your jaw so that you look like you have a nice jawline. Just blend it out. And then you have to go in your hairline, just so your hair blends well, especially if suddenly in between tapings you're gonna put your hair up or you're gonna change hairstyle. I have lots of baby hair, so the front part of my hairline looks super thin because it's not regular long hair, it's baby hair. So I do this a lot just to make sure that, yep. And then you go into the side, your temples, just a little bit, and your contour is done. Next we get into blush. Like, the eyes take forever, and then your entire face is like done. So for here, just go on the apples of your cheeks. You have to put enough that it kind of looks like it's too much, but not too much for the camera. Does that make sense? I don't think I'm making sense. Now we're gonna do our nose, and I'm getting this little brush again. Is it focusing? And what we're going to do is that we're gonna contour my nose. So I'll start here. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna start here to so it kind of looks like it's going inside my eyebrow, or my crease, not my eyebrow, my crease. And then I just trace a line going down. That's it. Then I do the other side here, and then just trace a line going down as it naturally goes. And then I put under my nose here just to lift my nose up a bit. And then I get a bigger brush, I dip it again, but then I take away the excess and I just blend it in. Next, I get into my final powder. It has a little poof, but I don't use the poof the way people would use the poof. What I do is I do this and let the powder fall into the poof. And then I use the poof where the powder is now. I put it in the container, the lid, I mean, and I just dip my brush in it. And I use that. You see, it's important for me not to use loose powder as it is. Just use it on the poof so that my makeup doesn't get cakey. Because if you put on a lot of powder over your foundation, there is a tendency for it to get really cakey. Although final powder really does help in setting your makeup, you have to use it sparingly, or else your makeup will look hella fake. And you don't want that, because you want to look naturally pretty for an audition. You want to make the one casting you believe that you are beautiful, not that you made your face look beautiful. So that is an art. Finally, we are going to do lips. I'm gonna use Cami from ColourPop. I use a lip brush because it makes application a lot more precise, and the more precise it is, honestly, the more natural it looks. So I trace the outside. Like so. I always start with the outline. I like being precise with my Cupid's bow. I think that it's really cute if you're able to showcase your Cupid's bow. I don't know why that's a thing, but I personally like doing so. This is the final product of that entire makeup process. This is the makeup that airplane. This is it. This is what my face usually looks like when I go and try to sell myself for commercials and TV shows and modeling stints, and it has served me quite well actually. I think that it's been working well, and a lot of people compliment my makeup. I think it's because it's really focused on trying hard, on looking like you're not trying hard. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I hope that it serves you well. I hope that you learned a few tips that you'll be able to apply whatever I taught you guys. I just hope that you guys like it and that you like this video. Again, it was very nerve-wracking for me to do this because it's my first makeup tutorial, like a real one where I actually apply things to my face, and I don't know how filming that went. Again, editing I hope that you got this. If you liked it, please give me a huge thumbs up. Please subscribe to me because that would make me really happy, and don't be afraid to comment your thoughts down below. If you have other tips, if you have any questions, if there are any kinds of videos that you want to see me do, I would really love to connect with all of you. Again, I have a Facebook page. You can tweet me and you can follow me on Instagram, and we can be like buddies. And what else am I supposed to say in the end? I think that's it. That's all that I have for you guys today. That means that I will see you guys next week.